Hello. So I just sent out a new YouTube video today with my newsletter, and I'm excited. It's 4 healthy habits that will change your life, and it's not what you think it is. And even when I was creating the video, I was excited and surprised that I was going to be sharing something new, that the secrets that I use to keep my life manageable as a single mom with 2 kids who are special needs are different than kind of what the high achievers are telling you to do. And it's interesting because even today and yesterday, I'm part of a mastermind, and we were going over the success habits and the things we need to do. And what I was realizing, and I've been tweaking my schedule, especially since school has started, that the way I had been scheduling my clients and my creative time and my administrative time really wasn't working for me at all. So I've been slowly tweaking that. I've also been realizing that I am in medium adrenal fatigue from the last 9 months, basically. It's like I gave birth. My life had a lot of stuff happen in it, starting in January. And while I managed really well because of all the lifestyle choices that I make, there's only so much that can happen to the human body before the body says, okay, fill up your cup, take some rest time. So part of the healthy habits that I talked about, and you can go visit the, I'll leave a link on this that you can go visit it, were to have your self-care down pat. And I didn't get to go into a lot of detail, but self-care changes. It changes all the time. There are times where you can stretch yourself and you don't have to be as on the ball. And there are other times where you have to make sure you drink enough water, make sure you're eating your green vegetables. That's actually on my to-do list later today. I make 2 green smoothies in a row so that I make sure that I'm getting at least probably about 1.5 cups of green vegetables a day. I have degenerative discs in my back, and they have in the past caused me a lot of pain, but I've worked probably about 2 years diligently to make sure that I'm building my body's strength and supporting it in a way that someone who doesn't have that challenge going on wouldn't have to be quite as conscious. So self-care, as I said, changes a lot. Your need for water, food, sleep, exercise will change too. And I'm looking at that as well. I'm going to be adjusting when I take my walks. I go for a minimum of a half an hour walk a day, ideally an hour, ideally in the forest. I'm fortunate to live by a river and by I'm going to call it a microforest. Usually once or twice a week I drive to a much bigger, I want to say more beautiful forest, but I don't want to judge the forests. They're just different forests. So these are self-care things that I'm always thinking about when I notice my health is changing or when the stress levels in my life are changing. The other thing is routines versus habits, that you can get into habitually doing stuff, but that's not always ideal. We want to make sure we reassess our habits and create routines around the things that we want to do. Not so excited about talking about that right now. You can go to the video for more. And then the other thing is the yin time, which can be as little as taking 3 deep breaths or resting for 20 minutes, meditating, shavasana. A lot of people are talking about yoga nidra right now, which would be almost 1.5 hours of deep rest. Just looking at my notes to make sure I don't miss what I wanted to just sort of go live with you guys about. Oh, the other thing is I wanted to give you, because I give myself permission to readjust. I can usually feel if my healthy life habits have stopped working. It honestly feels like I'm hitting my head against a wall day after day. Things are not working. I'm being late. I'm grumpy, which I'm not usually grumpy or short. Most people in the outside world would say I'm pretty calm and patient. So when I start to feel that edginess inside of me, when I start to feel my sleep getting interfered with, then I know I need to readjust stuff. So I go back to looking at that self-care and making sure that I'm taking care of myself. If you have any questions, let me know. You can always add a comment. Yeah, I'd love to help you if I can. And if you have questions on specific topics that I've mentioned now and you want me to do a video or another Facebook Live, let me know, and I would be happy to answer your questions. I just wanted to pop on just again for a few minutes just to also reboot and refocus myself, just going over how I want to assess my life and my habits and my routines and see if they're working. So I hope you are having a fabulous Wednesday. I know my day has been pretty good. I'm actually going to go take some yin time now, which yin is just that quieter, more reflective, gentle, balancing time. And it might be as short as 5 minutes. Just going to sort of see how my body feels and go from there. I can always reassess. I can set a timer and say 5 minutes of yin, deep breathing. I might do some Reiki on my belly, my heart, all the good stuff, and go from there. Once again, I hope you're doing well. I hope you are stopping suffering and loving your life, remembering that suffering is optional, but pain is a part of life, and it's sort of the skills and habits that we have that allow us to feel more joy instead of more pain. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now because I need yin time. That's another clue. So that'll be my end tidbit, is that start to recognize when your body is saying stop, slow down. And one of the things I do is I ramble when I need to recenter and reconnect. Okay, so Rambling Casey is going to say goodbye, and I will leave the link for that video in somewhere on this page when I figure out where to leave it. Okay, take care if I see souls.